What would you say are the best methods for finding people in your industry for networking? And are there general use cases for when you should go through one platform, such as social media or email, over another?
Oftentimes what I would suggest to someone who's maybe a little bit earlier in their career, thinking about who should I be talking to right now, it's actually looking at your common connections and not discounting anyone necessarily, but actually looking at maybe some of the common connections or who your connections are connected to, because sometimes the people that are least expected to have the most amount of connections actually can get you to somebody who might be of interest for you to speak with. So I would say don't discount anyone. Actually spend some time, do some research, maybe even talk to people, reconnect with people, and ask the simple question, who do you think I should talk to? And that immediately already opens some doors for you. If you want to look at something a little bit more official, there are tons and tons of communities out there for individual verticals of industries that you want to be in, but maybe also by profession. So I'm part of one called Support Driven, specifically meant for support professionals. And I can tell you that I've met a lot of people in that community that I've learned a lot from, that I've been able to get advice from, have made intros to, and even help other people land jobs with. So maybe find different communities, whether it's on Reddit, it's on Slack, it's on LinkedIn, lots and lots of organizations out there. And then my final pro tip as to where you can find people is to follow some of your influencers, some people that are maybe heavy hitters in the industry. Look at the content that they're sharing, and then reach out to the contributors of those articles. So I, for example, have written and have been part of blog articles for different companies, and they just reach out to me because of the content that I create. And I always love talking to job seekers. So it really works out that way. And so maybe you can actually target people just by content resources as well. As for the question, LinkedIn versus email,
Mhm.
if it's your first reach out and you don't know who this person is, my recommendation is to go the LinkedIn route. Maybe even follow them for a little bit, engage with some of their content, and then at some point, you have a really great introduction to be like, hey, Tiana, I saw you posted X, Y, and Z. Really, really insightful. I'd love to maybe hear some more resources that you use to inform your own content. Immediately, it feels authentic. It feels personable. It doesn't feel like you're engaging with a purpose. I think emails are really great if you have an introduction from somebody else to actually already have that connection. Or if you're setting up a time to actually chat. Why I don't necessarily suggest email from the get-go is because people receive so many emails. It's so easy to get lost in the shuffle. In LinkedIn, that can happen as well. Don't get me wrong. And I think people are more primed for random or unsolicited connections. And so you have a slightly higher hit rate if you're actually making an authentic touch point with these people beforehand.